Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
In motion comes the tight end left. After the turnover, here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl is unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. From the gun on third down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Murray now to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He completes it to Ridley. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. This to Hines on the drop-off. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Murray now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 3rd and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. Now Murray. Are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jimmy Moreland. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They keep it with Henry on first down, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 2nd and 12, Tua. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing on first down is Murray. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only needing 2 yards on second down. To throw is Murray. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrone Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Justin Jones there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
And break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Dancing to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yards.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
They begin with Henry. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme, When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Murray going to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Touchdown, Raiders. Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Room here to run. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with but don't fumble the football.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
10-zip our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henry up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Henry again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Henry.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Falcons are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Murray. That's caught by Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Flush to his right. And it's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to...
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But the Falcons weren't able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and 8.
Henry running right. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Henry. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Running from the gun with Henry.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Inside handoff, Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Point after by Rainbow, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. This one caught by Ridley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Murray. Rolling to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run that time by Henry. 57 yards. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. They'll try and run for it with Henry. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Murray. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now. Finding Williams once more, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Murray. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Murray now to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Henry, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again in the 4th. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Tua going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A shotgun handoff to Henry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.